So my camera angle looks like this, and a lot of people have been asking me how. So I'm going to be showing you guys which camera settings I use, along with the best controller settings that I use to hit 20-0 in Weekend League. If you're tired of coming up against teams like this, you can get some foot coins through MMO EXP using the link down below. You can also use code JambooUK for 5% off. So guys, I have uploaded a video like this before, but I've changed a couple of things and a lot of people have been asking to see this. So hopefully you enjoy it. Subscribe if you're new. I upload videos every day helping you get better at FIFA. Let's try and hit 300 likes on this video and comment down below. Are you like me? Do you use PES controls? I want to see some of you down below. Okay, so let's start with the camera settings, and I'm going to explain why I do what I do as well. So I used to use tele-broadcast on previous FIFAs, and that worked really well for me. I was always the sort of player who used quite a bit of left stick dribbling. I like to be up close to the action, that sort of thing. This FIFA's a little bit different. The meta is about through balls, overlapping runs, and in general, it is just far more beneficial to be able to see more of the pitch. So I go with the co-op camera angle. I also add on 20 height and 0 zoom. I can't speak. And 0 zoom. So effectively, you're going to be able to see the most of the pitch. I don't think there's any other camera angle that gives you as good view as this. I can see everything, you know, the other side of the pitch. When I've got the ball in my defence, I can at times see my strikers. I can just see a lot of what's going on. And it allows me to micromanage the game, use right stick switching, and just control the play based off being able to see a lot of what's going on. So those are the camera settings that I would recommend. It may take a little bit of, you know, getting used to, but once you do, I think it's going to be beneficial for you as a FIFA player. Next up, we want to look at the controller settings. Competitive master switch. You may as well just have this on, because basically all of the settings that are highlighted under this, they're always going to be on in competitive games anyway. So your ultimate team, you know, foot champs, rivals, none of this stuff actually matters. We do have the through pass assistance on the semi, and this is an absolute must, because like I said earlier, the most effective way to play this game is by mastering through balls, getting in behind, and creating cutbacks and stuff. So you want as much assistance on that through pass as possible. Now, don't get me wrong, I always get comments like, oh, no, you know, you suck at the game, you should be playing manual. It's just not practical, like, while the game's in this state. When you can get such an advantage off of having assisted settings, you need to take it, because otherwise your opponent's going to have it on, and you're going to get punished. So through ball assistance on semi. FIFA Trainer, I actually recommend having that on show. And I don't mean just for stuff like, you know, press this button to play a pass. I've actually got another video which I'll have pop up on the screen now, which shows you how you can use the trainer to an actual serious advantage. You'll be able to green time your shots easier. You'll be able to see when your opponent's offside. And in general, it's just very, very effective. Time finishing on. EA recommend you don't have this on, and they are delusional. You need to have this on for sure. Once you get used to green timing your shots, you're just going to finish everything so much more consistently, and you're going to see the results, man. You can score goals that you just cannot score without green timing a shot. So you need to switch this on, guys, and you need to get used to it. Next player switch indicator. You want this on. Basically what this is you will get a little icon above a player's head that you aren't controlling when your opponent has the ball. And what that's telling you is when you switch using the bumper, that's the player it's going to go to. So it's really useful, particularly for defending around your box when it gets all clustered. You can see who you're going to be controlling next, which is super important. Pass block assistance on. You definitely want this on. Your AI are gonna, you know, actually intercept stuff for you, make tackles for you, that sort of thing. So you need that on for sure. Auto switching, I have mine on air balls and loose balls. I think that's pretty much been a staple for like most pro players for as long as I can remember. And I personally wouldn't recommend any other setting. You need the game to auto switch for you, like when through balls and stuff go over the top, because otherwise you just cannot react to it properly. So this is one of the ones I have changed up a bit. Auto switching move assistance. Now, I've always sworn by having this on none. I actually saw that I believe it was, the world champion, uses high, which I can't get behind it. However, I have experience now playing on low, and I think it's a good balance between the two. So I would recommend giving this a try. In my opinion, if you're a more casual player, you probably want to avoid none. I use like a lot of right stick manual switching, and I'm doing stuff like proactively. But if you are relying a bit more on the AI, you may want to knock this up a little bit. Clearance assistance, I never really ever like press to clear the ball, so for me it doesn't matter. And I don't ever really recommend just like booting the ball out of play. Like, I believe there's always a way to play out. But for me, I use classic. Player lock on. Again, EA recommend that you don't use player locks. For some reason, like, why would they add a setting into the game and recommend you don't use it? I have no idea. But player locks, in my opinion, are an absolute must. You click in both the thumbsticks and you can control a runner off the ball. So if you've got a player running in behind, you can bend his angle to create an opportunity, and it's going to completely sell the defender. So you need to be learning this if you're serious about getting wins, in my opinion. Icon switching off. I don't know why they added this into the game. Like, even they're recommending to not have it on. It is a terrible setting. Just do not have it on, okay? We've then got the right stick switching on classic. Player relative. This one is so important, man. So it's this bit, isn't it? Yeah, so this right stick switching, I think by default it puts you on adaptive. It is the worst thing I've ever seen in a video game. For one, it actually bugs the game out, but the setting itself is fundamentally broken. Like, you cannot play with adaptive switching. If you've got this on, you have to get it off and turn it to classic. I don't know what they were thinking, but please, for your own sake, just get it on classic, okay? We've then got player relative. This is sort of a bit of personal preference, but player relative, I would say, is the standard amongst most high-level players. We've then got assisted on the ground, shot, cross, lob, all of it. As much assistance as you can get is going to get you more wins. Analog sprint, I used to have this on, I think on FIFA 20, which is where I would have considered myself to be like the best FIFA player that I've personally been. Like, FIFA 20 was my best game. However, I think things have changed a bit. For now, I sort of have the mentality, like, if I'm ever sprinting, I want to be at full sprint. So there's no need to have the analog sprint on. Pass receiver lock late, in my opinion, this is an important one. Like, sometimes if you press the pass and your player takes an extra touch, this is going to give you time to adjust it if the angle then gets covered. So stick that on late. And then that is going to be that, guys. These are the settings I would recommend to get you the absolute most wins. Remember to subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Comment down below if there's anything you agree, disagree with, etc. I will catch you on the next one, and peace.